Now, world leaders are going to be talking about how best to tackle climate change at the COP28 summit in Dubai later on this week.
King Charles will be there, as well as Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, the Pope and more than 160 other world leaders. But what is COP? We're going to hear a lot about it this week. And why does it matter so much?
Well, we're up to number 28 and our climate editor, Justin Rowlatt, is here to explain. Morning, Justin.
Morning. Well, United Nations climate summits are held every year for governments to come together and try and agree steps to limit global temperature rises. They are known as COPs in UN jargon, and as Sally says, this is the 28th one. So why is it important? Well, this year, 2023, looks set to be the hottest ever recorded. And we've seen all sorts of climate-related heat waves, storms and floods. The CO2 released when we burn coal, oil and gas acts like a blanket warming our atmosphere. In Paris back in 2015 was the first time all the countries of the world agreed to work together to try and limit the temperature rise to 1.5 Celsius. Up for discussion this time will be ramping up countries' efforts to cut emissions, fast-tracking the move to clean energy sources and, crucially, releasing more cash to help poorer countries switch to green energy and adapt to climate change. COP28 is being held in the United Arab Emirates until the 12th of December. The UAE is one of the world's top 10 oil-producing nations, so holding the conference there is controversial, as I have been finding out.
And now, more than ever, we need to unite on climate and deliver a clear message of hope.
The United Arab Emirates government appointed Dr. Sultan Al Jaber to head up its COP28 team, but he is also the head of the UAE's huge state oil company and its renewable energy business. The documents show that in meetings with at least 27 foreign governments arranged as part of the UN climate process, Dr. Jaber was briefed to discuss business for these firms, including oil and gas deals. Now, attempting to do business deals, especially oil and gas deals, during the COP process appears to be a serious breach of the standards the UN expects of COP presidents. It told the BBC presidents should be impartial and act without bias or self-interest. Professor Michael Jacobs is an expert on UN climate politics.
This looks breathtakingly hypocritical, but I actually think it's worse than that, because the UAE at the moment is the custodian of a United Nations process aimed at reducing global emissions. And yet, in the very same meetings, it's actually trying to do side deals which will increase global emissions.
We know at least one country followed up a potential fossil fuel deal raised in a meeting arranged by the UAE's COP28 team. But 12 countries say there was either no talk of business deals or meetings did not take place. The state oil company's HQ towers over the Abu Dhabi skyline. The COP28 team did not deny using climate meetings to discuss fossil fuel deals. It told the BBC private meetings are private, adding Mr. Jaber was focused on delivering ambitious and transformational climate outcomes.